The garden was a portrait of thirst. Weeks of relentless sun had turned lush green into brittle brown. The lawn crunched underfoot, borders drooped, and hydrangeas hung like forgotten decorations. Soil pulled away from the beds, leaving cracks and a hard, unyielding surface. My trowel barely scratched the ground. The earth felt lifeless. Tomato plants bore only a few small green fruits, their leaves yellowed and spotted. Even the lavender looked weary, and the usual hum of bees was gone. The silence was profound, amplifying the sense of loss. Gardening became a source of anxiety and guilt, as if I'd failed a friend. The vibrant tapestry I'd envisioned had unraveled into a scene of brown and gray. My first instinct was to water desperately, persistently. Each evening, I drenched the soil, hoping to revive my plants. But the water pooled and ran off, the ground repelling it. What little soaked in evaporated quickly, leaving the soil dry by morning. I tried watering cans, early mornings, and gentle techniques, but nothing worked. Plants perked up briefly, then wilted again. It was a cycle of hope and disappointment. I felt helpless, wasting water with no results. My confidence as a gardener eroded with each failed attempt. The simple pleasure of gardening was replaced by weary obligation. One evening, I realized I was treating the symptom, not the cause. The real problem was the soil. It had lost its structure and vitality. Healthy soil acts like a sponge, but mine was lifeless and compacted. I turned to research, learning that drought resilience starts with the soil, not just watering. The key was to rebuild the soil's ability to retain moisture. My focus shifted from wilting leaves to the earth below. Healing the soil became my new mission. My research led me to a simple, powerful recipe: compost, mulch, and vermiculite. Compost restores life and nutrients, mulch protects against evaporation, and vermiculite boosts water retention. The goal was to create a custom mix to work into the top layer of my beds. This would capture water, prevent evaporation, and feed the roots. It was a holistic, sustainable approach, restoring what drought had stripped away. For the first time in weeks, I felt hopeful and empowered. I was ready to become the architect of my garden's recovery. Compost is the lifeblood of healthy soil, teeming with beneficial microbes. It improves structure, allowing water to penetrate and roots to thrive. Mulch acts as a protective blanket, reducing evaporation and keeping soil cool. Any organic mulch, bark, leaves, or straw works well. Vermiculite, a lightweight mineral, acts like a sponge, holding water and releasing it slowly. Together, these three create a resilient, moisture-holding soil. Compost revitalizes, vermiculite stores water, and mulch shields from the sun. This system doesn't just help during drought. It builds long-term soil health. It's a practical, sustainable solution for any gardener. With these ingredients, I was ready to restore my garden. I mixed 2 parts compost, 1 part mulch, and 1 part vermiculite in my wheelbarrow. Gently loosening the soil's surface, I spread the blend about 2 inches deep around each plant. I worked it in by hand, ensuring good contact with the existing soil. The texture was soft and promising after weeks of rock-hard earth. A thorough, gentle watering followed. This time, the water soaked in immediately. The mix settled, activating the compost's life and starting the healing process. Now I had to wait and trust the soil to do its work. Change came gradually, but within a week, the soil stayed dark and moist. Hydrangeas unfurled, tomatoes perked up, and the garden seemed to sigh in relief. New shoots and blooms appeared, and the ecosystem returned, bees, butterflies, and all. The soil was soft and crumbly, a joy to work with again. Borders filled with color, the lawn greened, and the air smelled of earth and flowers. The sense of failure faded, replaced by satisfaction and hope. The lesson was clear: tend to your soil, and it will tend to your plants. Droughts are daunting, but healthy soil is the answer. Anyone can use this method: compost, mulch, vermiculite, to revive their garden. Heal your soil, and your garden will be reborn.